A year on from the floods, the sequins and the smiles are back at Lismore's Roller World. It reopened a few weeks ago, a place to leave your troubles behind and let the good times roll.
It's not just a skating rink, it's a community and it's a family.
Belinda and Craig Newby have run the rink for nearly 20 years. For both of you, this is a special place. Why?
We met here, so it's many moons ago. It's always has that special place in our hearts.
But the rink was one of the first structures to go under when floodwaters inundated Lismore nearly a year ago. How high here did the water get to?
6 metres. Yeah,
To that beam, the top beam.
You see the mural there, it's above that.
When the water receded, Belinda kayaked in for a closer look.
The back wall of the off-skate area is gone. There was a giant snake floating around. There was a house on the front.
That house literally crashed into the skating rink. Is there something, though, specifically that made you decide you would reopen?
A couple of young, teens
Kids crying.
coming in crying, how much it actually meant for them, and asking if it'd be reopened. And when we said we just don't know, they were breaking down in tears.
In the months that followed, volunteers helped clean and repair the rink. Roller skates were donated by clubs as far away as Queensland. 11 months later, they reopened.
It's just so much fun being back. I'm just so happy.
Across the CBD, the return to normal has been a slow process, which isn't that surprising, given the unthinkable amount of water that filled the city a year ago. When the water drained away, every single shop had to be gutted. The rubbish was cleared months ago, but there's still a way to go before the place is humming again. As Lismore opens back up, there are still businesses like this that are completely shut, another next door boarded up. The reality is, even though everyone here knows another flood is almost inevitable, there are plenty of people seeing hope and opportunity. There are businesses springing up that weren't here before.
There is going to be floods, not wishing for it, don't want it to happen again, but knowing that it will.
Before the floods, Brendan Thurgate worked in a coffee shop in Lismore. Now he's opened his own and it's designed for a quick getaway.
So everything is removable, benches, hot water system, absolutely everything can be taken out. All the fridges are on wheels.
It was a department store.
Okay. On a much larger scale, a new city campus for Lismore's Living School is being designed so everything can be lifted out of harm's way.
So anything down here can be quickly moved on wheels and trolleys and taken up to a height that's safe. 2
large hoists and an elevator will give access to storage areas above last year's flood level. On the ground floor, a rainforest garden with industrial-sized drains. Nearby businesses will also be able to use the flood-proof space for storage.
There will be another flood. It'll be here for probably 2 to 3 days, and then it will recede. We've had big floods before, but this one has taught us to really appreciate nature.
The power of nature is something few here will ever forget. Today, this bridge is back to being a busy thoroughfare, but a year ago, for so many Lismore residents, this became effectively the only way to escape. They'd been rescued from roofs by volunteers in tinnies and were carrying their most precious possessions to dry ground. That's where we met Bianca and her dog Nala.
I just did not think I was going to make it.
Bianca took us to meet her dad Greg, who escaped the flood through a hole in the roof.
Not for her giving me courage and that to start again, you know what I mean? She even said, we're going to rebuild and we'll do it. She's going to be the interior designer now.
Yes.
And here's Greg's reno reveal. The walls are up, ceilings are in and power is on. The bathroom will be ready in a week. So many people have decided to go. Why not just pack up and get out of here?
This is me home.
You think it's a community that's worth fighting for?
Oh, yeah.
You're like...
Sorry about that.
You can say what you like.
You can blip it.
Soon after the floods, we met Chris, Nikita and little Ari. In the months that followed, they camped out in what was left of their home. Chris was open to selling to the government and moving out, but Nikita put her foot down.
I don't want to move. I want to stay here. I always win.
And she's right. So we're staying.
Chris was right.
We're here still, so...
So I guess that means you won.
I won, yeah, 100%.
Chris was working out of town when we popped in, so Nikita and Ari showed us around.
This is our
kitchen.
Yeah, great.
Our lounge room. And yeah, all open plan.
This is all very flash. Very new.
Yeah, it's better than it was before.
They have a modern kitchen, new walls and floors. On top of all of this, you've got some great news.
I do. I'm pregnant.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Others are not so fortunate. 525 people are still in emergency accommodation, more than 800 in temporary pod villages, hundreds living in caravans on front lawns. But the disaster has also given families a golden opportunity with some of the most affordable housing in the country.
$180,000 outright, no bank loans, paid for it in one go.
It's about half the pre-flood price for this 3-bedroom fixer-upper that's now home to Adam, Amanda and 9-year-old Dominic. Before the flood, they were renting in the hills outside Lismore. Adam works as a chippy on other damaged properties. At night and weekends, he's on the tools at home.
I think $50,000, $60,000 all in, we'd have a brand new 3-bedroom home on 728 square metres. Unreal. It's unreal. It's unreal.
Val Blackler is also feeling pretty chuffed about what's going on in her backyard. This is how it looked after the floods.
I said, that's it, I'm too old, I can't do it anymore.
But then a friend sent Val some flowers to plant and her green thumb returned.
I got out here, I forgot about everything. You do, and it's a known fact that gardening stimulates the healing, relaxing side of the brain. So I've been as happy as, yeah.
From little things, big things do grow. More and more gardens are blooming in the flood zone. It's a message of confidence in the future of Lismore.
To build a garden is to believe in tomorrow. You've got to believe in tomorrow.
Those, the pictures you see in that clip where you saw the KFC with the water right up on the sign, and then you saw it when Hamish was there the other day, that's what really staggers me.
Yeah.
We forget how bad it was.
It blows my mind the courage and the fortitude of these people to stay.
Yep.
You know, a house is just 4 walls and a roof, but this is their home, their community, and I love that they're staying for that.
Well, I love the adaptability.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea of building a thing that can just go straight up in the air when water like that, I don't even know how you begin with something like that.
Well, that's what we've got to learn from what happened a year
Yes.
ago, and so all of those investigations will hopefully do that.
Yeah, absolutely.